Welcome to yoga. Let's begin in a child's pose. With your knees as wide as comfortable, big toes together behind you. Walk your hands out long in front of you and rest your forehead and your chest down towards the mat. Let this be the place where you can completely settle in and let go of any of your thoughts or distractions from your life off the mat, so you can be fully present in your practice on the mat. So if at any point in today's practice, your mind starts wandering off the mat, or you feel overwhelmed in the physical postures, then remember that you can always drop down into child's pose to reset and reconnect, and then join back in whenever you're ready. So from here, let's make our way to downward facing dog. Rise up into a tabletop on your hands and knees. Curl your toes under and reach your hips high and back. Pedal out your legs and press your chest towards your thighs. And right away, let's set up a strong foundation through the hands. So fingers are fanned out wide and your whole hand is gripping into the mat so your arms are strong. Now take a walk to the top of your mat and hang out in a deep forward fold. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. A generous bend in your knees will allow you to fold even deeper. And you're welcome to just let your arms hang heavy. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. But you can also grab onto your elbows and sway side to side. Now release your elbows and toe heel your feet together to touch. Generous bend in your knees, tuck your chin, and slowly unroll all the way up to standing. For Samasthiti. Bring your hands together at heart center. Anchor your weight down evenly through your feet and stand tall through the crown of your head. Soften your gaze just past your fingertips. And consider what kind of a practice you'd like to have today. What is the intention that you'd like to set for your practice today? You don't have to think too hard, just let it be the first thing that comes to mind. And let that set the pace of your flow, of the intensity of this class. Find mountain pose. Reach your arms overhead and continue standing tall. Inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Hinge at your hips and lead with your heart as you come all the way down. A soft bend in your knees will help you fold deeper. Next is a halfway lift. Slide your hands up your shins and press your heart forward, finding a long, flat back. So most people have to pull their shoulders back together behind them. Inhale. Exhale to fold, plant your hands and step your feet back into a high plank. Firm up your legs as you drive back through your heels and puff up between your shoulder blades. Neck is in line with the spine, breath is calm. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down to your belly. For low cobra, zip your legs and feet together and press the tops of your feet into the mat. With your hands planted underneath your shoulders, point your elbows up to the ceiling, even pinch them towards each other behind you. Then peel your chest up off the mat and see if you can get your hands to hover just a ½ inch above the mat. Neck is in line with your spine, so you're not crunching your neck to look up, just look out a couple of inches. Feel your breath bob your body into the mat for 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Lower your right ear down. Take your arms down by your sides, palms facing up. Let your feet fall open. And observe the rise and fall of your back as you breathe. Draw your chin back to center, and either take another low cobra or join me for floor bow. Bend your knees and reach back to grab the outer edges of your feet. Make sure your knees don't splay open. Bring your knees back to hip distance. Then roll your shoulders open as you lift your chest up off the mat. Push your feet into your hands so that your whole body is working to create that bow in this pose. Find a gentle bob with your breath. Relax the muscles in your face. See if you can lift up just a little bit higher. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Lower your left ear down to the mat for your belly shavasana. Arms long by your sides, palms facing up. Let your feet fall open. Similar to a traditional shavasana, you're training your body to relax on command. So relax. Let everything go. Draw your chin back to center. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under behind you. And see if you can lift up into a plank all at once. Good job. Make your way back to downward facing dog. And when you're ready, reach your right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. For crescent lunge, reach your arms overhead. Sink into your back heel. Sink into your right thigh. Bring your hands together at heart center. Big inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow outside of your right knee and set your gaze on one spot. Deepen your breath and lift your belly off your thighs so you can twist even deeper. For 3, 2, 1. Lower both hands down to the mat inside of your right ankle for a runner's lunge. Find the variation of runner's lunge that serves you best in this moment. And if you have hurdlers in your practice, feel free to play around in hurdler's pose, an arm balance that requires a lot of core strength, upper body strength, and hip flexibility. I'll link a quick how-to video in the description, so if you want to pause and play, then do so now. Otherwise, just hang out and deepen your breath so much that you can feel this breath in your belly, in your base, in your legs. For about 5 more breaths. Almost there. Then take your time as you make your way back to your downward facing dog. And let's switch sides. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. For crescent lunge, reach your arms overhead and sink into your hips. Drive through your back heel. Soften through your shoulders. Then bring your hands together at heart center. Big inhale, lift up through your heart. As you exhale, twist to your left. Hook your right elbow outside of your left knee. Peel your belly up off your thigh and twist even deeper. Breathing in and out through your nose. For 3, 2, 1. Lower both hands inside of your front ankle and find your runner's lunge or your hurdler's practice. If you did so on the other side, then pause and play. Otherwise, in your runner's lunge, let gravity take hold. Let your head hang heavy. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. And deepen your breath simply by deepening your exhales. And we'll be here for a few more smooth, deep breaths. Stay calm. Release any unnecessary tension. And we're here for 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you make your way back to downward facing dog. Then take a walk to the top of your mat for gorilla pose, a deep forward fold where we stand on our hands. So bend your knees as much as you need to, and one at a time slide your palms underneath your feet, palms facing up. And you want to go so far that your toes come all the way up to your wrists. The key here is that you are pushing weight into your hands, squashing the blood, the fluid, the tendons, the muscles, the bones in your hands. And then when you're ready, just release your hands and shake them out. Then take a seat on your mat, and with your feet flat, knees bent, press your inner thighs together, lift up through your heart, reach your arms forward, palms facing up, and begin to lean back, slowly lowering down onto your back, one vertebra at a time. When you come all the way down, pull your heels in towards your hips and make sure that your feet and knees are hip distance apart. With your arms down by your sides, tuck your tailbone up to the ceiling, flattening out your lower back, and then peel your hips up off the mat, lifting even your middle back and upper back as your knees press forward, the weight anchoring down evenly through your feet. This is bridge pose. Take 3 deep breaths, observing the rise and fall of your belly. And to come out, slowly lower your hips back down to the mat. Then bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall open. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly for Supta Baddha Konasana. Just rest here. Feel the rise and fall of your belly, the gentle beat of your heart. And take a moment to find gratitude. Gratitude for committing to your practice, to your intention, and for everything as it is in this present moment. Then draw your navel in towards your spine. Pull your knees together and above your hips. Reach your arms out by your sides like a T. Inhale, draw your chin to the right. Exhale, lower both knees down to the left. Hook your left hand on top of your right thigh and take about 3 deep breaths into this twist, relaxing deeper with each exhale. Then draw your navel in, pull your chin back to center, then your knees back to center, and switch sides. Inhale, chin to the left. Exhale, knees to the right. Deepen your breath and relax into place. And make your way back to center. For happy baby pose, thread your hands between your knees to grab onto the inner arches of your feet. Make sure that your lower back and shoulders are flat on the mat. The back of your neck is long. And you're welcome to stay here in stillness, or rock side to side, or even take any other posture that might serve you before we seal up this practice. For just a couple more breaths. And wherever you are, bring your knees to your chest, hands to your shins, and take a full breath in. Hold at the very top. Take one more sip. One more sip. And release, Shavasana. Take up plenty of space in any final movements so that you can completely and totally relax on command. So gently close your eyes and soften your eyelids. Relax the space between your brows and at the corners of your eyes. Allow your jaw to release. Even your tongue can soften. And feel your whole body follow in complete relaxation as your breath becomes effortless and smooth. If you're ready to come out now, first invite some movement into your toes and feet, into your fingers and wrists. Then reach your arms overhead, take a long body stretch, big inhale. As you exhale, draw your knees in and roll over onto one side into a fetal position. Use your hands to bring yourself up to seated. Then bring your hands together at heart center. And one more time, remember the intention that guided you through your practice today. And remember that we practice on the mat so we can apply off the mat. Namaste.